Hello students, hope all of you are fine. Today I am going to start the topic meter bridge, or it is also known as slide wire bridge. It is practical application of Wheatstone bridge, means it works on the principle of Wheatstone. So its principle is it works on the principle of Wheatstone bridge. So this meter bridge, it is used for finding the unknown resistance. So let us first discuss its construction. So you can see from the diagram here, this whole setup actually it is fixed on the wooden board. So between points A and C, a resistance wire is fixed of length 1 meter through these copper strips. These are the copper strips, and a resistance wire is fixed between points A and C. This resistance wire is made up of constant, manganese or nichrome, because we need here a wire of constant resistance, means the resistance of the wire should not be affected by temperature. So the materials like constant, manganese or nichrome, their temperature coefficient of resistance is very small, means their resistance is affected negligibly by temperature. That's why we use wires made up of constant or manganese. So the length of the wire is 1 meter. Here a scale of 1 meter is fixed in front of the wire. There is also one more copper strip fixed here. This copper strip is fixed to provide these two gaps, AB and A1V1. In one gap a resistance box is connected, and in another gap an unknown resistance S is connected. In resistance box there are many resistances which are connected in series, so we can use any resistance depending upon our need. So this is resistance box, and a source of EMF is connected between these 2 points A and C through key K. Between point B and D a galvanometer is connected through jockey. This jockey means it is a metallic material which is used to make the electric contact between 2 points. So this is jockey. This resistance box is also connected to protect this galvanometer from getting damaged, so that higher currents do not pass through the galvanometer. So this is the whole setup of this meter bridge. Now if we see the portion AB of the wire, if small r be the resistance per unit length, then the resistance of this portion AB is P, which is equal to L into R, and the resistance of the portion BC is Q, which is equal to 100 minus L into R. So from this setup you can see that this setup is same as that of Wheatstone bridge. So we can apply the principle of Wheatstone bridge for finding the value of this S. Now we start its working. So when this key is closed, current starts flowing through this wire. Now we take a stable resistance from this resistance box and start moving this jockey from point A towards C. So for certain value of resistance from this resistance box, a 1 point is obtained on the wire for which this galvanometer shows no deflection. Means in that case, if I assume that B is the null point, then galvanometer will not show any deflection when jockey is connected here. So in this case the potential at point D and B, it becomes same. So when potential between V and D is same, then there will not be any potential difference, so no flow of current through the galvanometer. So in this case, let the resistance which is taken from the resistance box be R. So by this Bristol-Bridge principle, if bridge is balanced, then we can write P over Q is equal to R over S. And if R be the resistance per unit length of the wire, then we can write the resistance of portion AB, resistance of portion AB, P is equal to L into R. Similarly, resistance of portion, this remaining portion is of length 100 minus L. So resistance of portion BC, that BQ is equal to 100 minus L into R. And in this case, resistance taken from the resistance box is R, S is unknown resistance. So if we apply the condition of balanced Bristol-Bridge, so we can write P over Q is equal to R over S. So this implies L into R over 100 minus L into R is equal to R over S. So R and R, that will get cancelled. Here R is the resistance per unit length. R is resistance per centimeter. So here we can write S is equal to 100 minus L over L into R. 100 minus L over L into R. So now you can see this R, it is known, L is also known, means the value of S we can calculate from this formula. So in this way, the resistance S can be calculated using this meter bridge. If we know the area of cross section of this wire, then we can also calculate its resistivity. If L dash be the length of the wire, A be the area of cross section, and we know that the formula R is equal to rho L by A. So if rho is the resistivity, then we can write S is equal to rho L dash by A, or rho is equal to S A over L dash. So means we can also calculate the resistivity of the wire, resistivity, or that is also known as specific resistance. So this is formula for resistivity of the wire, that is also known as specific resistance. So in this way, meter bridge, which is practical application of Bristol-Bridge, it is used for finding the unknown resistance or resistivity of the wire. Now you may ask here, why it is known as meter bridge or slide wire bridge? So it is known as meter bridge because the length of wire used here is of 1 meter. Now you can again ask, why we have used only wire of length 1 meter? Can we use wire of length greater than or less than 1 meter? So answer is yes. We can use wire of any length, means that can be less than 1 meter or more than 1 meter. But here we have used length of 1 meter because the standard scale available is of 1 meter length. That's why wire used is of length 1 meter, and this is known as meter bridge. Also it is known as slide wire bridge because when we move the jockey from A toward this end, so it is slided. We do not press the jockey on the wire, because if we press the jockey on the wire, then due to pressing there can be change in area of cross section of the wire, so resistance of the wire get changed. But we assume that the resistance per centimeter of the wire is same, so means its resistance should not change, so we should not press the jockey on the wire, we have to slide it gently. That's why it is known as slide wire bridge. So this is about meter bridge. Again we have said that in case of balanced state, if we interchange galvanometer and battery or cell, the null point is not affected. The drawback of this meter is that it cannot be used for measurement of resistances which are very small or very large. That is the drawback. And also this method is beneficial for measurement of resistance because it works on null point method, so it do not involve the resistance of galvanometer or the internal resistance of the battery. So means unknown resistance which is measured is accurate because there is no flow of current in case of balanced state. So resistance of the galvanometer or the internal resistance of the cell, it do not contribute in the value of this unknown resistance. So that's why it is better method for measurement of unknown resistance. So with this, today we discussed about meter bridge, how it is used for measurement of unknown resistance. With this I stop here. I wish that you stay safe and stay healthy. Thank you.